What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of AE Tuts with Ryan. Today we're going to be making a flight effect inside of Adobe After Effects. Let's just hop right inside. I've already imported my footage, so first thing I'm just going to do is drag it into a new composition, and I'm going to find the spot where I want to take off. Now, this is the footage from my flying teaser that I uploaded recently on the channel. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But alright, here we are. So, first thing I did was I recorded a clean plate, and then I cut it, and I came in, so I knew that I have a clean plate. So I'm going to control D, duplicate this layer, go to the bottom layer, click time freeze frame. We're going to freeze frame it, and there's our clean plate. So I'm just going to call this clean plate. And now I'm going to go forward a frame or two, and I'm going to hit B on my keyboard, and I'm going to trim my composition to the work area. Okay, so to really simulate that flying effect that we did in the teaser, I'm going to find the spot where I'm about to take off, which is about right there. And I'm going to Control-Shift D, split the layer, and I'm going to come in, right click it, go to time stretch. Now I'm going to change the stretch factors to 50%, so it's going to speed up the clip by 50%, which is going to give it that sort of speed that you want in the flying effect. And then I'm going to come in here and drag this over the split part, and I'm going to right click time, and I'm going to freeze frame that, and then I'm going to come right in with my pen tool and draw a rough mask around the body. Okay, now that we have that, we are going to zoom out a little bit, and because if we turn it off, if we turn the mask off, actually let's go ahead and come in here and call it mask. If we turn it off, it just goes straight to the clean plate, and that's good. So now that that's there, I'm actually going to come in here and move it forward a frame, just so we know, just turn it on, just so we have a reference of where it is. And now I'm going to bring up the position settings with P. I'm going to make a keyframe here, and then I'm going to go forward about maybe 3 or 4 frames. I'm going to go 4, and just drag it straight up into the sky. And now I'm going to turn on the motion blur for the layer, and make sure you turn it on up here too, so it really sells that flying effect. Now if we have a quick preview, that looks pretty good. And if you want to, you don't have to, but this part does look a little bit choppy, so you can come in here and you can search for CC Force Motion Blur, and it's gonna kind of just make that not as choppy, give it a little bit of motion blur there too, but I'm gonna leave that out. Now another thing you saw in the flying teaser was not just the takeoff, but it was also the ground explosion from below. And where I got that from was actually off of Video Copilot's Action Essentials 2. A lot of great products, fire, dust, explosions, bullets, muzzle flashes, blood, everything you need for your short film or effect. And I actually have it right here. I use the Dirt Chargers pack, and I'm just going to bring in Dirt Charge number 4. Now that I have that, I'll put it under my mask, and since we sped up the video and the flight is very fast, we're going to come into the Dirt Charge time and the time stretch, and we're going to bring that to 50 as well. So now the Dirt Charge happens. Oh, let's scale it down a little bit. That's a little bit too big. Move it. Now the Dirt Charge happens when the flight happens as well. And another thing you saw in the teaser, if you watched it, was the sort of shockwave that came off the ground too, and I got that from Video Copilot as well. It was the shockwave particle effects. Just a lot of cool particle effects here that look like little explosions maybe, but particles. and those are very useful as well. So I have them here. I have shockwave number 4. I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to put it under the mask layer as well, and also under the dirt charge layer. And now I'm going to change the blending mode to add and make it a 3D layer. Then I'm going to hit R, and I come in, change the X rotation this way a little bit, and I'm going to bring it down. I'm also going to scale it down because that's kind of really big. So we're going to come into the takeoff, which is about right there, and I'm going to bring it there with left bracket. That'll bring the beginning of the clip to where your marker is. And now I'm going to also, because it's so fast, change the time stretch settings to maybe 40 this time. Now this will really sell the whole flight burst thing, but it's a little bit too noticeable. We don't want it really that noticeable, so we're going to bring the opacity down to about, let's say 30. Okay, so let's just see how that looks. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, that is it for this week's episode of A Tuts with Ryan on Tutorial Tuesday. Please make sure you comment for another effect you would like to see in the future, or if you do not want to comment, you can email us at aetutswithryan@gmail.com. That'll be on screen about right here, right now. And then, next week's effect, I'm going to be doing a CW Flash TV show Time Vault entrance door. Okay, that is it for this week. I will see you guys next week, and thank you for watching the video. Thanks.